Have you ever spent hours driving properties on a list for an auction, sifting through properties, pulling comps, looking at Zillow, HomeSnap, only to show up at an auction and have everybody bid properties way above the assessed value? If that's you, stay tuned, because today we're going to talk about what you can do when there's too much competition at a tax sale. I'm going to tell you guys a quick story when I went to a tax sale recently in southern Florida. So I went and I didn't really know anything about the rules of the county, but I found out when the auction was being held. There is a monthly auction in West Palm Beach, more specifically Palm Beach County. There we go, I got it. Palm Beach County, and they do monthly sales. So I went and me and a student, we drove the properties. I had really high hopes for the auction. I was getting excited. The night before I did some research. Got the max bid sheet done, and the next day the auction started, so I was really pumped, right? I was excited, and it was an online auction. So the first property came up, and my max bid might have been $20,000, and so I start seeing the numbers slowly crawl up, and then it gets to around like 19,000, and then 20,000, and then 25,000, and then 30,000. It goes way above the value of the property. I think the property is worth around $60,000, and it went maybe for 52. So no margin, but don't worry. I still got maybe 6 more properties to go on the list. But every single one of those properties, except for one, went right up to my max bid and over, or way, way above my max bid. So every single property, that happened to me. So I felt a little defeated. I was like, oh no, well, what am I gonna do? And I hear this happens at a lot more places than just Palm Beach in Florida. You got a lot of other counties that get emails from people saying, hey, I went to a tax sale and everyone bid everything up way too high. There's way too much competition. What can I do? What are ways that I can get around this? Because there's no opportunity here. One of the things that I like to do is consistently come back. You consistently step up to the plate and continue to bat, because eventually a deal is going to come through. But in the meantime, I don't want to wait around for the next tax sale. I want to get busy. I want to find out what's going on in the counties around me. So I'm going to show you guys a map of southern Florida, and then we're going to take it from there. All right, see you in a sec. All right, great. So as you can see here, I have a map of all of the counties in the state of Florida. So as you can see, there are a ton of counties. There's a lot there. I'm not sure exactly how many counties there are. We're just going to focus on southern Florida. All right, so you see here I went to Palm Beach, right? So I went to Palm Beach and just way too much competition, didn't have any luck. So the very first thing I did is I wanted to look, and I Googled at all of the rules for any tax sales that were happening around that county. So you have Martin, we got Broward, Miami-Dade, Collier, Hendry, Glades. And what I found is that most of these counties have a live auction, or sorry, not a live auction, just an auction happening every month. But what I want to get away from was the online competition. Online competition is very convenient, but it's going to bring a lot of competitors, because they're going to come from all over the state, all over the country. And then sometimes, Canada, you got foreign investors coming over from Asia. Who knows where, right? So what I wanted to find was an in-person auction. That's going to eliminate a lot of competition. So what I found is that this one right here, Hendry, is actually, they have a live auction that happens, and it's sometimes monthly. So one of our students went to the auction, and there was minimal competition. How great is that, right? We just went from Palm Beach, where it seemed like there was no hope, all the way over to Hendry. And that's just the first one that I've gotten to. So there's a ton going on around Palm Beach that I want to check out. I believe that there's tons of opportunity. You take a competitive state, not a state, you take a competitive county like Harris County, and there's a lot of competition that's coming to Harris County now, especially once the media got involved. They changed the location, blah, blah, blah. But there's a lot of untapped counties, surrounding Harris County. And that's what I want to encourage you guys to explore, is if you go to a major city, you go to that big county and there's too much competition, there's a lot of investors, the first thing I think you should do is look at the surrounding counties and find out what the rules are. And if you try to find out the rules and it's difficult, the more difficult the rules are to find, the better that is for you, because that's going to deter a lot of investors. You know, a lot of people won't put that extra mile in to get the information. Great, so we're back. We were over there looking at the county map of Florida. So if it's difficult to find the rules for that county, you know, small counties that you're working in, I always recommend looking at the tax code, the statewide tax code. That's gonna have a lot of rules and information. Everything you're gonna need to know will be on that. So like I recommended earlier, if you're in a state, if you're in a county, and there's too much competition, it's great if you keep coming back though, if possible. But if your resources and time are limited, just go somewhere else. Go to a smaller county. Do some research. Go to the closest counties to you. And there's always going to be those counties where there's not much competition. And that's where you can really get a good deal. Get properties, you know, for 10, 20 cents on the dollar, which is phenomenal prices. I think that's enough for everyone here to get excited about. That excites me. And now 50 cents on the dollar does not excite me. 10, 20 cents on the dollar is when I get pumped up. So that's all I got for you guys today. Some little tips and tricks. And as always, click here to subscribe. Cora will have the link right here. We got tons of great content. We're doing weekly videos. You know, we're putting these out all the time. So click to subscribe and you'll get the first notice about that. And we got links below as well. And that's all for now, guys. Can't wait to talk to you soon. Maybe see you at an auction. All right, bye. And if you'd love to come check out our live auction training, I'd love to meet you and yeah, click here. Click right here and we'll see you at a live auction. Thanks a lot. Bye. You can't love, it just happens in your rush. Let's start with you, keep it, 'cause I need this trust.